Do you have an electric vehicle, or would you consider buying one? And have you seen those EV charging stations in your neighborhood? So I'm here today with Royal Roads Associate Professor Runa and Master of Environment and Management student Katherine Matos. In partnership with the City of Victoria, MITACS, and the University of Victoria, they want to know what Victoria residents like when it comes to electric cars and the places where you can charge them. Katherine, I know that your research is looking at these issues, and I wondered if you could tell me a little bit about how it's going to help the City of Victoria make some very big decisions when it comes to Victoria's EV future.
This project is going to help to gather information about what residents in Victoria think about charging infrastructure, what are their perceptions and their preferences. And with this information, we also want to look at the associations of this data with electric vehicle adoption. So basically this information will help to deploy fast charging stations in a more efficient locations, and also to have more information and see how we can make charging infrastructure more accessible to multi-unit residents that here in Victoria are near 80% of the population.
Wow. And Runa, I know that you are deeply interested in how people use energy and technology and who has access to it. I wonder if you could explain why it's so essential to think about equity and access as governments shift to electric.
Absolutely. So as we are transitioning and trying to mitigate climate change, it's really important that everyone can participate in this transition. Everyone can participate with their actions to mitigate climate change. And not only to address the mitigation part of things, but also to receive the benefits of the change, of transition. And so with electrification and EVs, this is going to be beneficial in the long run for households.
Yeah. So Katherine, as part of your research, I hear you've got a survey out and you're collecting results. Can you tell me a little bit about that and what that looks like?
And basically, this survey will help us to gather all the information of the perception, attitudes, and also preferences toward charging infrastructure and electric vehicle.
And Runa, I wanted to ask you then, given that the survey's out, how the survey results might be used and why this is important information when it comes to supporting the adoption of EV across the City of Victoria.
As Katherine mentioned, with the survey, we're going to be looking at all sorts of associations between adoption, who's adopting, where they're located. And so the City of Victoria, over the next few years, will be deploying this infrastructure in waves. And so by looking at the results, making those associations, we might be able to better target certain locations or certain people living in, let's say, for example, multi-unit residential buildings who might need that infrastructure more so than others.
Yeah. Katherine, this is really important research, I understand that, but could you explain a little more about how it's connected to climate change and what we're trying to do to combat climate change?
Yes, for sure. Well, this project actually addressed one of the mitigation actions through climate change, that is to get into these zero emission targets that we're aiming. And it's really important in the City of Victoria because transportation accounts for 40% of the emissions. So it's a big problem right now, and we should tackle that specific problem itself.
Yeah. Thank you both for coming out today to talk about this incredible work. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thank you.